Hi.
Hey, motherfuckers.
We're back.
It's us.
Welcome to Summongreaterpod podcast.
A podcast still about homebrew and homies.
After all this time,
After all
it's
these
still about the
years.
same thing.
That's true.
The ideals haven't changed, nor has the mission.
However, the backdrop has.
The backdrop has.
Check it out.
There's not much to check out.
I know. There's a different color behind us, and I'm on a couch.
And it's not a curtain.
It's not a
However,
curtain. The couch is the color the curtain used to be.
It's migrated a little bit.
Now we sit on the curtain.
We made a couch out of the curtain.
Yeah, we didn't, but it looks like we did. I got a new place. I've moved out into apartment.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming.
It has. We have been so fucking busy for the past 2 months?
Yeah.
Like half a month prior to move. No, like a month prior to move. The big move, and then like a month after.
It's been the move and our jobs.
Yeah. Oh God, tell me about
very
that.
consuming for the both of us.
Yeah.
I won't give too much, but you've been becoming the boss.
I got promotion.
And I've been without a boss.
Yeah.
And kind of being the boss.
Right. No, I got a promotion, which is great. I'm super happy about it. However, my spot, my place that I work at, we are rebuilding from the ground up. A lot of my fellow employees either quit, moved on to new jobs, or got promoted within the company and moved to different locations. So my location is super rebuilding. So I am promoted and I am pseudo boss of almost no one. But we're working on that.
I mean, there's not many people to speak of that could be your employees.
Right. Yeah.
Very small little place that you work at.
It's true. We only have room for 12 people total. Yeah. So, but I kind of like that. It's nice. It means I get to know everybody.
Thankfully, these last couple months for us have not been without D&D.
Oh, I know. I think I would have died.
Yeah. No, it's kind of the only thing that has gotten us through it.
It's true.
Man, and we've had some crazy stuff happen. Most recently in Sophia's campaign, my character Vori, the star sorcerer, the twink.
I'm a motherfucking star boy.
Yeah. Devoted himself to the spider god of
which
decisions.
Is really cool and really funny because the spider god is darkness and cobwebs, and you are the exact opposite of that.
And barely a person.
Yeah, that's true. That god is dying.
Yeah. Yeah, he's dying, losing his, I don't know,
grip on reality.
Yeah, I was going to say individuality, which is sort of true.
Yeah, that's true.
But he is certainly regressing. He's becoming, I don't know, less, I don't want to say sentient.
Less refined.
Yeah.
More like primal.
Kind of primal. Primal's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Kind of reject modernity, return to elemental force. Yeah, return to monkey.
Yeah. Elemental force is probably a better way to put it. You're right.
Monkey god.
No, we don't have one of those.
Spider monkey god.
That's not something I want in any campaign. Don't give me ideas though.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
We've also, I want to talk about the transition that you have made in one of our larger, one of our more frequented campaigns recently. Aaron's main one now.
Oh yeah. My little guy is going on a hiatus. Ginkgo is staying behind in the current city while the party moves on. It was a heavy heavy decision to make, but I talked a lot with Aaron, the dungeon master, for that one. Everyone loves Ginkgo. I love Ginkgo. We knew we weren't going to kill him off. We weren't going to do anything that drastic, but the decision was made that Ginkgo was created for a different group because we had a couple brand new players when this campaign was started, and they were brand new to D&D and very new to the concept of role playing. And so I made Goofy Little Guy to kind of be like a comic relief and a little bit of like stress relief for everybody. Or I could just
give us a line in his voice.
Yeah. So Ginkgo had a lot of weird little mannerisms that he did. But one of his favorites was he really loved beetles. And so he would go off into the woods in the middle of the night and love beetles. And he would go catch them. And sometimes he kept them as a pet. Other times he ate them. Most of the time he ate the pets later. And then one time he found a badger skull and he put it on his head. That's his hat.
Yep.
And then we went shopping. They found him a better hat. Now he's got a cowboy hat and vest and boots.
Yeah. So after these players left, it was the comic relief was welcome, but not as applicable to the group that campaign now is.
Right. And we also, it was whittled down to our core group of players who are very, very backstory oriented. And we love having very meaningful moments and like progression with characters. And Aaron and I looked at each other and went, Ginkgo doesn't really have that. Ginkgo was kind of just, we kind of just went, he's really fucking funny and really cute and a little traumatized because he was left behind by his tribe of other kobolds, but that's like it. That was the only progression we had for him. So Ginkgo found a temple in the town that they're at right now, of one of the like gods of healing, essentially. So Ginkgo is going to stay behind and work at the temple to try to help, in his words,
fix people.
But this is really cool because it gives Aaron and I an opportunity to build some motivation for Ginkgo. So he can have more that he's going to try to work towards later on down the line. And it gives the party a contact in the current government, I guess. That's not the word I'm looking for.
The clergy.
Nation was the actual word I was looking for. But yes, within the clergy as well, a contact for one of the temples and a contact within a nation, because the party is currently leaving to sail into like the physical embodiment of like the Feywild. So they're going to be outside of known territory for a while. So it's kind of cool that they have Ginkgo behind that they can reach out to and talk to. But that means I got to bring in a new character. And his name is Sylvain Emerson. He is an cleric. Which is kind of funny because I left Ginkgo at a temple and then decided to play a cleric.
Yeah.
But
it's interesting actually that you stayed within the same class. No, that's right.
Ginkgo's not a cleric. He's a fucked up little boy.
Yeah.
He is. We
thought he was a cleric for a very long time, but he is not.
Yes, you did. Ginkgo is a multi-class draconic soul sorcerer because he wants more than anything else to become a dragon. Thinks of himself as a baby dragon. And a celestial patron warlock. That's why everyone thought he was a cleric, because he can heal. So I kind of created Ginkgo after watching a YouTube video about the coffee lock. If any of you don't know what that is, please look it up. Please go torment your DMs. It's so funny. It's so funny.
Every DM is tired of this.
Essentially you can with the correct multi-class between 2014 version of Warlock and Sorcerer, you can get infinite sorcery points, which results in infinite spell slots, which results in absolute shenanigans. I told my DM about this and she went, I hate you. We'll work something out, because I honestly just liked the multi-class anyway. So I did not go full coffee lock with Ginkgo, but he was very powerful. But yeah, so I'm playing a cleric now. I'm not going to give away a whole lot about him because you guys haven't learned a whole lot about him yet. But I'm very excited because he has an extremely in-depth backstory and motivation. And it's going to be really fun to see where that brings us with the party.
Yeah, I think it is interesting after all this time to inject some new blood into that party. Because, I mean, we really built it around the
new players.
The new people, yeah. And so there does need to, I think there really needs to be some restructuring among you and I in particular, to be honest, because Sophia and Bailey's characters, Velvet and Des, have
they really developed
much more structured thing going on.
Yeah.
And I think your character and mine, Ginkgo and Minoth, had a semblance of a relationship that was sort of shared with one of the new players. And for whatever reason, we just didn't necessarily carry that.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know that we could have.
It like the relationship building happened, but it didn't have a whole lot of depth to it,
didn't.
Or weight for some reason. Like we just kind of kept playing and went, yeah, that was a thing that happened.
I think elements of our backstories would have needed to cross.
Yes.
In order,
or at least motivations be shared.
Yeah. Because that was not going to happen.
No. Cause like I said, Ginkgo didn't have any motivations.
Yeah.
So Ginkgo was, it's kind of sad to put it this way, but this was something that Erin said that I was like, damn, you right. She told me, she goes, Ginkgo was kind of the party's pet.
Yeah.
So I was like, ugh, yeah. But I mean, sentient comic relief pet, it's in like every Barbie movie. That's a thing.
That's not what that is. I fucking hate that guy.
I know. Oh my
what
God.
A freak. Why is he there? Why is he there every time?
No, but like they got like the cats and shit too.
I thought you were talking about Bibble.
Oh, absolutely, Bibble. But the cats, like there's other like animals that are like kind of characters.
I see.
But no, Bibble.
We don't, unless I'm mistaken, you and I in the campaigns that we're in do not have much of a connection in particular between two of our characters.
I will say the one that's closest to having a good connection between the two is Bailey's campaign. We have...
I was thinking about that. I think...
Fearlin and Rubidoux have a lot in common that we haven't really explored yet.
Yeah. I think that is ripe for growth.
Oh, for sure. It's been a while since we've played Bailey's campaign, but I really want to get back into it.
Yeah. I mean, because that has years of development behind it.
Oh yeah.
That's the longest running one that this group has. It predates me joining this group of friends.
Yeah. That campaign was actually how we met some of the other people in our friend group. That's how Sophia and I met our friend Justin, was in playing that campaign.
Who y'all have seen before.
Yeah. Justin was on here. He's the owlbear guy. The art man.
Yeah. I think, our characters in that campaign have a lot of exploring to do. I would say the same for my character and Aaron's character, because Dej has a huge hate boner for Rubidoux right now.
That's really true. It's so funny.
And I think there is more to be explored with that.
Yeah. Well, especially right now with Fearlin. Fearlin has kind of been caught between two worlds, because he recently found out that he is related to one of the like highest ranking Fae in the Feywild, and has always had a fascination with the Fae in the Feywild, and that kind of thing. But he was very much like towing the line between mortal plane. I am an elf. I am of the like one of the elven, not royal, but like a noble family. And then wanting to dive into the Fae concepts and look into like the Seldarine and Dark Seldarine, because Bailey's campaign uses a lot of traditional D&D Pantheon type stuff.
A little adapted, but a lot of familiar things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But very recently, Fearlin kind of discovered that he is developing a lot of more Fae abilities. And so he's like really diving into what it means to be essentially like diet Fae.
Yeah.
So Rubido being from the Feywild, that is going to be something that Fearlin is like absolutely fascinated by Rubido and really wants to like learn more about Rubido.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be a really, really cool direction for the
I
two
could
of them.
see, for one, Rubido has a bizarre fixation on your character.
Yeah.
Just because, you know, this is hilarious from Rubido's perspective. Just like these kind of royal looking fuckers and an edgy high schooler.
And their dad.
Drop out of nowhere into the snow. And he takes them to his leader, and one of the royal looking motherfuckers is the son of his leader, in fact.
Yeah. Insane.
That's hilarious. I don't know what direction I want to take that. I could see Rubido eventually coming to revere your character in a sort of way. Because perhaps spitballing, just by, you know, the strength of your bloodline, you have taken control of this situation you've been thrust into and become a leader in it that looks a lot different than the person you were when you dropped into the snow.
Yeah.
Crazy for a person who is over 400 years old. Yeah. 600, right?
I think Fearlin's in the 500s.
Okay. And I wonder if maybe there will be a bit of a yin and yang dynamic where Rubido develops a similar interest that you have with the Feywild in regards to the realm that you hail from originally.
Yeah, like the mortal plane. Material. That's the word for it. Material plane. Yeah, because that's the other thing I was going to say. I have loved playing that campaign with you as Rubido, because there have been several moments where I have like had a genuine, like I've had to like take a step back for a second and be like, what the fuck is Sam doing? And I'm like, oh, no, he's just a Fae.
Yeah.
Like that's just what it is.
No, this has been fun.
It's incredible, because there are definitely moments where I'm like, what on earth? Like, why would you make that decision? I'm like, this is just an amusing thing for you. And that's incredible to realize.
That is most of the decision-making process.
Yeah.
With this character. And it's been really like, it's been different from anything I've ever played.
Oh, for sure. Because that's not something you usually see on the player side.
No.
This is something you usually get to do as a DM and be like, tee hee ha ha, I'm like confusing my players. But like when you are one of the players, it throws such a weird, interesting dynamic into the whole party.
Yeah.
Because you just do shit and you're like, I want to do this. And we're all like, wait, but plan. And you're like, ha ha ha. And I'm like, we'll make it work.
Yeah. And something that this party has been infecting Rubido with is the necessity of caring about something and the capacity to do so.
Yeah.
'Cause like, you know, he has a huge crush on this goddess that he serves, right?
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't? God damn.
but like, he has never had to defend her name, defend her safety. God forbid,
Defend her
in
honor.
any meaningful way.
Yeah.
He has been a servant of her domain.
He's kind of just been like a courtier.
Sort of.
Yeah.
I think that's fairly accurate. I would have to ask the DM, but I think that's pretty spot on. Yeah. So, very, very interesting moral experiments happening for me with that character.
Yeah.
I enjoy that quite a lot. I really, I don't know. Maybe this is, maybe Bailey will listen to this in the next couple of weeks and be pushed to continue that campaign because I want her to.
She's already been talking about figuring out a good time to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't wait.
Yeah. And speaking of moral explorations as characters, and backtracking slightly to Aaron's campaign, Aaron has been running a mini series, actually just started it.
Yes.
For some of her other friends who have played D&D before, but kind of wanted to meet us and meet our D&D group. And so we're in the same world as Ginkgo and Sylvain and Minoth. But this campaign is happening, I think, like 20 years in the past.
20 to 30.
20 to 30 in the past.
Hold on. Sophia's character has just been born.
That's true. So however old Velvet is how many years ago this happened.
So
I want to say like 23.
I think it's
something like that. But anyway, same universe, which is really cool. And Erin was incredibly smart for this. She set it up so that if these other D&D players mesh really well with our group and everyone really enjoys it and they want to keep playing with us, they don't have to change characters if they don't want to, but they have the option to. So they're playing characters that would realistically still be alive and still be adventuring in the current campaign timeline. So if that's a decision that they make, that they want to join in and play, and they want to play the same characters that they have been playing in this miniseries, they can just bring them over. Obviously, however, myself, Sam, and Sophia, and Bailey, we don't have that luxury because we already have characters. So we are playing not throwaway characters, but essentially one-shot characters, which has been really, really cool because we get to build characters and just kind of theory craft for someone that we don't have to commit an entire campaign to.
This is also a really cool opportunity for us because, given that we are in the same world within, a reasonable lifetime that these characters will live to when, we are in the main campaign. There's a high probability that we will see them as NPCs. And so, Aaron has pitched this to us in part as a way for us to get some say over the types of people that we see in the future, which I love.
Yeah.
I love this.
Incredible.
And we get to develop them ourselves a little bit. So, the way that quite a few of us have unfortunately chosen to go is to create future problems for ourselves.
That is exactly what we're doing. We are playing people who are going to become issues.
Yeah.
And I love it so much.
And like, not antagonists necessarily, but people that are going to be, very strange, maybe difficult to deal with.
I mean, we've all put road bumps in our path.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of varying sizes, and there's speed bumps in the road is what I meant to say, of varying sizes, and we'll see which paths we take and which ones we hit.
This is also in heavy contrast to how we handled the way we built the original party for Aaron's campaign, because we built that to be welcoming to new players, And that is not what we did.
No,
this
I
one.
feel so bad for them. I know that they've played D&D before, and so they're chill and they're fine.
Yeah.
And one of the two of them kind of followed suit with us and created a character who is chaos incarnate and just so much fun and very assertive and I'll say villain vibes.
Mm-hmm. Talking about Ember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other one created essentially Luke Skywalker minus the Jedi.
Very aloof, very innocent.
Yeah, like farm boy, first time in the big city. It's great. It's so much
He's
fun.
gonna have a time with this.
I can't wait for his first breakdown. But the players playing him is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them are. They're incredible.
I mean, they're both actors.
I was gonna say they're in theater stuff with Aaron all the time. So they're really, really good.
They're ready for this.
Mm-hmm.
Like we knew what they could handle.
Yes, yeah, and we had some fun conversations with all them and figured out what we could and couldn't do and what would be good options. And they left a lot on the table for us and said, just have fun. Yeah. And leads me back to my statement about moral exploration as my character that I built is an ill rigger. Shout out Matt Colville. Oh God, I love this class so much.
Can you tell me a little bit about this? Because I don't know much.
So ill riggers they were kind of created. I'm going to go off of the vibe that they give me. I don't know the exact idea behind what fueled the creation of Illrigger, but to me they give the vibe of an anti-paladin. Instead of swearing oaths to a higher cause or a deity, you take a binding contract with an archdevil. Minor spoiler for just in general knowing what's up with my character. He's made a contract with an archdevil. But it's really cool because it doesn't function like Warlock in the fact that there are 4 or 5 subclasses. Only one of the subclasses gets spells, and it's a slightly less of a half-caster than even Warlock is with that subclass. I chose one of the subclasses that does not get magic. Or spells specifically. What Illriggers have are seals that they can place on people and then burn those seals to either deal damage or cause effects. There are an insane amount of options for what you can do with those seals, and you get passive abilities that are similar to Warlock invocations in mechanical applications to the class. The range of what those abilities are and do is very, very different, but so much fun. So cool. So the subclass that I chose gives me an additional proficiency in heavy armor because the base class gives you light and medium armor as armor proficiencies. I chose one that gives you heavy armor as well. So I am playing the Battlefield Commander tank. Aaron gave us the ability to pick a couple common magic items and a couple uncommon, I believe. And so I had just a standard heavy armor set, and then I picked a really cool shield. It's called the Shield of Crows. I don't know if it's in standard D&D or if it's one of the third-party books, but really cool shield. Essentially, you get to summon a swarm of crows and they can scout for you, but then you just have to leave food out on your shield overnight, otherwise they'll leave, which I'm that's great. I love this. But Erin yelled at me. She sent me a text and she was like, Skylar, why the fuck does your character have an armor class of 22 at level 6? And I said, Aaron, you gave me the ability to wear plate mail armor with a bonus from magical set of armor, as well as a shield.
It's a lot.
as well as a couple class abilities that increase armor class, like by 1 or something like that. And she goes, okay, so here's what we're going to do. So we found a way to drop it so that my armor class is still, I think it's still 20, which is wild.
Asinine.
Wild for that level. But she said, if you're going to have an armor class of 20, if you're going to wear heavy plate mail armor, your plate mail armor may not be magical. And I went, okay. But I picked some other shit. So.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I've been thinking about all this. The way we allow magic items is a little crazy because rarities only mean so much. And often the rule that we have gone with when, we are doing one shots and stuff like that is pick a blue and 2 green.
Yeah. Which is rare and 2 uncommons for those of you who
and nothing unbelievable, right? You're not getting an artifact, but you are getting an incredible degree of customization, of min-maxing even.
Hi.
And I just wonder if this approach needs to be thought of differently.
Here's the thing, Sam. I don't think it does.
Why?
Because I found in the DM's guide, the 2024 DM's guide that just came out, I found a table of roughly at what points in the campaign and how many magic items you could or should be giving your players. I'm going to go for should because I think it's fair. Allow me to shed some light on the subject. Magic items awarded by level. Character level, it counts it as tiers of play. Tier 1 is levels 1 through 4. Tier 2 is levels 5 through 10. Tier 3 is 11 through 16. Tier 4 is 17 through 20. Now, this table chart shows the number of common items, uncommon items, rare items, very rare items, and legendary items you should get within those tiers of play. Tier 1, first of all, before I do this, do you have a guess at roughly how many it says you should get at like tier 1 and tier 2?
Does tier 1 correspond to a level?
Yes, 1 through 4 was tier 1. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tier 1, I would assume 3.
Of any specific rarity, like common?
Oh, okay.
Because this table has different numbers for like X amount of common items, X amount of uncommon, X amount of rare. Keep in mind, this is up to level 4.
Yeah. My inclination is to go the way you're setting this up is to go higher than what we've been allowing ourselves. And I was kind of thinking 1 rare. I'm going to say 2 uncommon, 3 common.
Very close. 6 common items.
Okay.
4 uncommon items, 1 rare item.
Well, okay.
In tier 1.
Sure.
Tier 2.
This is for a party or a player.
This was, I believe this was per player. I'd have to review. If it's per party, it might be per party, but it's still higher than we've kind of gone with. Because tier 2, levels 5 through 10, jumps this up just a tad. 10 common items, 17 uncommon items, 6 rare items, and 1 very rare. Very rare being purple.
No, that tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tier 3. Oh, and by the way, that's not a total. That's in addition to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tier 3, you're supposed to get 3 more common items, 7 more uncommon items, 11 more rare items, 7 more very rare, 2 legendary
And what
items.
levels are we for tier 3?
11 through 16.
Yeah.
And then tier 4 is 17 through 20. No more common, no more uncommon. 5 more rares, 11 more very rares, 9 more legendary items.
9.
9. You are supposed to get by level 20 the guide to how many magic items to award, let's say a party, to be fun and fair. 19 common items, 28 uncommon items, 23 rare items, 19 very rare, and 11 legendary items.
Interesting. That is so interesting.
Yeah. So I don't think we're off the curve.
I suppose not. I suppose not. And that would even give you a decent degree of customization. Not perfect customization like we offer ourselves, but a pretty good one.
Yeah. Well, and especially just with the amount of uncommon and rare magic items there are that we have access to. Like, there's so much you can build.
Yeah.
And that's not even looking at very rare, legendary, or even throwing in an artifact for fun at like later levels. So, and I think we absolutely cooked with these characters.
Yeah. These builds are fun.
So I have my crazy ass. He's a noble, by the way. He's like in the local government. My character is, which is going to be really fucking fun.
Yeah.
Having a devil contracted nobleman in the campaign. So that's my guy.
In this campaign, I am playing a monk.
Monk.
I have played a few a long time ago. And I enjoy monks a lot. So I am looking forward to doing this one. This is Warrior of Mercy.
Yeah.
The healing monk from Tasha's. It is Tasha's, right?
I'm pretty sure this originated in Tasha's. I think it was they gave it the new 2024 naming. I think that's what's throwing us off, because it was Way of Mercy before. Now it's Warrior of Mercy.
He's an asshole. Pretentious bitch. His entire backstory. Actually, I don't want to give it yet. I don't want to give it all up. It's going to be very funny for the party to learn it on their own. But he's just, it's a very contradictory situation for him. And just like a little bit, I don't know, a little bit sad and shallow the way he got to where he is. And it explains well why he behaves the way he does, why he's so pretentious and such a dick. But yeah, I picked a Staff of Defense, Dragonhide Belt, and Eldritch Claw Tattoo for this. The Staff of Defense, it's made of glass.
Oh,
by the way,
I didn't know that. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. Plus 1 bonus to AC, 10 charges, which allow you to cast Mage Armor and Shield.
Nice.
So like I've been enjoying this trend that I'm on lately of injecting a little bit of spellcasting into physical characters, just a little bit.
Yes, it's so good.
And he's got the high elf lineage. He's half high elf. So he knows one spell natively, and that is Chill Touch.
Oh,
which I think is good. Quite fitting for a mercy monk being like sort of an arbiter between life and death.
Yeah, you got like Grim Reaper vibes.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Dragonhide Belt gives you a +1 bonus to the saving throw DCs of your key stuff.
Ew.
And you can use an action to regain key points equal to a roll of your martial arts die, which is nice.
That's sick. Okay. Quick take.
Yeah.
I think monk-specific magic items are the most flavorful and creative in the entire game.
I think they're... most is saying a lot, but maybe... they're really, really good.
I can't think of a whole lot else that evokes the same level of excitement for me than a really cool monk item.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Dragonhide Belt is like doing a lot of lifting for the way you play your monk.
Yeah, because that's the thing. They're all very powerful.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of other dragon focused things for the monk.
Mhm.
I don't remember what they're called, but there's like a dragon like weapon that can be a monk weapon, and there are other like sashes and things that you can get that affect how many key points you get and like your key saves like that one does. A lot of them are incremental items too that you can get, like dormant, stirring, and awakened items for monks. And then obviously at the very top of the mountain we have the epitome of monk magic item, which is the gloves of soul catching, which are disgusting.
Yeah. Just incredible amounts of lifesteal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Whenever you hit with
it
an
is
unarmed
criminal
attack,
that was made.
you deal extra necrotic damage and regain hit points equal to the necrotic damage you do. Undying monk, dude. It's disgusting. It's so good.
If you can hit, you live. Yeah. And then Eldritch Claw Tattoo is fun. Your strikes are magical.
Just so good for a low level
gain a
monk.
+1 bonus to attack and damage rolls with unarmed strikes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So honestly, with the magic items, you min-maxed harder than I did this time.
I think I did.
Which is really cool to see. Because like my magic items, I have actually an Illrigger specific weapon, which is really cool. With the Illrigger class, they introduced true name weapons. I have the true name Maul. The cool thing about this one is whenever I roll an 18, 19, or 20 on my attack roll with this weapon and place a seal on a creature, I can place an additional seal on them. So it's not crazy. It's good, but it's not crazy, especially given the fact that at level 6, I have 4 seals total before a long rest. So these are not like spell slots. I can't throw them out there. Granted, if there's one major enemy and I roll an 18 on the die and I'm dumping a seal onto him, I'm going to dump 2. Mm-hmm. Like that's just good action economy. That helps me. The other magic items that I took, the Shield of Crows, like I told you, and then the Ring of Mind Shielding. My guy is a fucking dick. He has ulterior motives. He's a politician. Mm-hmm. He doesn't want anyone in there reading his thoughts.
Of course not.
So he's protected. Mm-hmm. And that's about all I took. But I love it. I'm so excited. Yeah. Also, I'm gonna loot the shit out of everything. Like my guy's so greedy.
Oh man, we've been talking a lot about our homies and the things we're playing in their campaigns. So let's talk about homebrew a little bit.
Homebrew.
Let's get to the other wing of the podcast here.
Mm-hmm. Especially on the topic of magic items.
Okay, yes, I can go first then. I am a great fan of Xenoblade Chronicles. We know this. We know this well. Last time I made a Xenoblade thing,
it was badass.
It was badass. It's something I want to put in a campaign because it's so cool. That was the Big Bang Edge. I will give a link to that episode.
Yo.
And I just realized that in saying that, I need to make a database of the things we have covered and in what episode we did so.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. It was a few episodes ago, but it was a really good one. I was just thinking, like you were thinking about logistics. I was thinking about min-maxing again and random bullshit. I was thinking, can you imagine how dirty it would be in your upcoming campaign if my character were to get the Big Bang Edge?
The Big Bang Edge on that guy. Oh, that would be so very interesting.
It would.
Man.
Because
I want to say a lot, but I can't.
exactly. Without any spoilers for the people who are going to eventually be in that campaign, my character will have a lot of movement options.
Yeah. Your character, I'll say this, is of a class that we have covered in great detail.
Yeah.
And given a glowing review on this podcast. I am so excited to actually get to use something that we've covered. It's not something we've made. It's something that we have covered.
Yeah, it's not our content. However, it's very good content.
We've homebrewed a little bit of it.
That's true. That we have.
But I shall say no more.
We gave it that SGP oomph.
I have some crazy item ideas for that campaign. Don't worry.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to restructure heavily the way items work and are given.
Amazing.
So I'm returning to Xenoblade. I'm returning to Xenoblade 2. Interesting because Xenoblade 2 is not even my favorite Xenoblade. But I think
it does have a lot of the most unique things in it, I think, from what I've seen.
Yeah, it certainly has a lot of item building potential in its blades. And that's exactly what I've done again. The Big Bang Edge, last time I made a weapon from Xenoblade 2 was heavily based on the blade Pandoria from that game. This one is heavily based on Mithra.
Hell
If
yeah.
you know Mithra and or Pyra from Xenoblade, you know that they are effectively two halves of the same person and can swap between each other at will. I have elected with the Photon Greatsword, is what I'm calling it, to forego that aspect of their mechanics. I am sticking with just Mithra for the inspiration for this.
That's so fair. I mean, you could almost make an
because-
entirely different weapon out of Pyra.
You could, and that's kind of what I want to do after this, because she has very different strengths in game, not anywhere close to as worth using as Mithra. Unfortunately, they made Mithra way too good. But I think you could make a very interesting and inspired weapon out of her. But you have much more to pull from with Mithra, because Mithra also appears in Xenoblade 2 Torn on the Golden Country, which is the prequel to Xenoblade 2, about a third of the game size. Takes place 500 years in the past. And I have taken inspiration from both that and the base game for this. So the Photon Greatsword is, of course, a great sword.
Hell yeah.
This is artifact-rarity.
Oh, good.
We're dealing with a highly powerful item. I've tried to balance off of other weapons in artifact tier, but as I have learned looking through those vary wildly in their balance just within that tier.
Yeah.
So
Is this the first artifact rarity homebrew item we have covered?
I think so. Yeah. I didn't, and honestly, I could justify dropping it down to legendary. Maybe.
I don't think
I
you
don't
have
know
to.
about that. You can tell me after.
Judging by the number of abilities I see right now, it's artifact rarity.
I think that might be true. And the fact that I'm considering adding another, but we'll talk about that later. Not sure about that. So let's start off here. We're not doing any more damage right off the bat than you might expect. +3 to attack and damage rolls, of course, deals 2d6 radiant damage instead of slashing. I am keeping the 2d6 base damage of the greatsword.
Yeah, it's not bad. Radiant damage is just always good.
Yes. And you will see why. The first ability we have here is heightened critical. Mithra, of course, gets the ability Glint in her skill tree. It greatly heightens her crit chance. Now, I'm not going as far as the game does, as far as Xenoblade does, because that allows you to like upgrade that ability and boost her crit chance to like 70%.
Whoa.
We are not going to make more than half of the D20 able to crit.
No crits.
But they do occur on a 19 and 20. You also get foresight. This is a mechanic that people from Smash are painfully familiar with. It gives her the most unbelievably stupid dodge and spot dodge in the game. Your armor class is increased by 2. When an attack misses you, you may use your reaction to take the disengage action with up to 10 feet of your movement speed.
Incredible.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say I already have ideas.
Lightspeed Flurry, landing a critical hit with this weapon grants an extra attack, which must be taken immediately. If more than one critical hit is landed in succession, you may continue taking extra attacks.
Jesus Christ.
I want to word this a bit differently. I don't want to have it be must be taken this turn, because I think you could choose to, stop attacking.
Right. You could say when you land a critical hit, you may immediately take another attack action.
Before the end of this turn.
Yeah.
Is how it. Yeah. May immediately. Maybe. No, that's perfect. May immediately. Yeah.
I think the one thing I might add to that ability specifically is rather than gain the additional damage, take an extra attack. No. No, it's artifact. I'm scaling down because I'm trying to make manageable weapons at lower rarities. We're not there. We're an artifact.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah. And I think for the most part, that's just kind of nullifying the need for this part of the ability.
Yeah. Because if it's a 2d6 damage and you crit, but you're not taking the double damage from the crit and taking another attack instead,
you're just rolling 2d6 again.
It's objectively worse. So yeah.
Now, of course, this has infinite potential. You're gonna stop landing crits eventually,
right?
But the one or two times you land,
2 or 3
crits in a row and get to attack 3 times,
you're gonna pop the fuck off.
Yeah, with your one attack on your turn, you're gonna pop off.
Well, unless you give this to a fighter.
Unless you give this to a fighter and you have an extra attack already.
Or, you get to a high level fighter that gets 4 attacks per turn.
And
then we get to the point of being able to have advantage on those attacks. This is
if you get advantage,
this has to be an artifact. And it is. And it's a good one.
I think you're right. Just for the fact that advantage exists as a concept, this has to be an artifact. Because you will be landing critical hits, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
Ray of Punishment. This is my favorite part of this. Ray of Punishment is not a huge part of Mithra's kit in Xenoblade. That's not true. It is. It's a really, really good special. But it takes some build up, and because it's a special, and I wanted to reflect that somewhat. Ray of Punishment is Guiding Bolt, and Guiding Bolt can be cast from the Photon Greatsword as a bonus action. If you land a crit, in general, if you land a crit, not just with Guiding Bolt, Guiding Bolt I should phrase this as if you land a critical hit with a melee weapon attack, I think.
Okay.
No, I don't need to do that. Guiding Bolt, if you land a crit, Guiding Bolt can be upcast by 1 level. This effect stacks until you cast Guiding Bolt to a maximum of the level of your highest spell slot.
Oh, so it's the next Guiding Bolt that you cast.
Yes. Yes. I should add a little bit in here to be a maximum of 5th level if you don't have spell slots, because this could be used by a non-spellcaster.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
But I was going to make it 5th by default, but I think it is reasonable that if you are a caster and for some reason you are wielding this weapon and you have 9th level spell slots, it should be able to go up to 9.
Oh no. Sam.
What?
So
have I am I missing something?
No, you're not. I'm just on crack. In the 2024 revision of classes, Warlock, Pact of the Blade.
Yeah. You're so funny.
Let me preface. In 2014, Pact of the Blade, you could get an Eldritch Invocation called Thirsting Blade, which would let your Pact weapon attack twice per action. You want to guess what they did in 2024? Thirsting Blade and then Devouring Blade. As a Warlock, you can get up to 3 attacks per action with your Pact weapon now. The only thing holding them back from just breaking the shit out of this weapon is the fact that spell slots, Warlocks technically only go up to 5th level. As long as you stick to that and not like the highest level of a spell that you can cast, it keeps things a little fairer. But Warlocks also get their Mystic Conflux.
Yeah.
To cast up to a 9th level spell once per day. So we could have a Pact of the Blade Warlock wielding this thing, attacking 3 times per action. If you manage to get advantage on any of those, you start racking up crits and you stack a Guiding Bolt, potentially, if we're going that route, up to 9th level, and then let it fucking rip.
Let me tell you why I think that's fine.
Oh, hit me.
That is very, very close to the progression of Rex and the Aegis in Xenoblade 2.
Ooh.
That's how they function.
That's incredible, and I love it so much.
The Pact of the Blade Warlock is kind of the master driver.
You're so right. Oh my god.
That's sort of what he becomes.
That's incredible.
And Mithra quickly gains the ability to summon down terrifying beams of fury from the sky.
Yes.
So yeah, this is canonically accurate.
I love this. See, the problem is now I want to build a character specifically based around this weapon.
I want to play Xenoblade 2.
I love you, and I will at some point. But man, do I have a lot of games on my list.
I'll tell you what. I don't know what I'm taking a heavy detour. I don't know what it is about 2. It's not my favorite of the trilogy by any means. In fact, I would say it's my least favorite, but it is the one I have the most hours in. Because it has a sickening depth to build potential.
That's what I was going to say. I feel like it's probably because you have the most options in that game.
Yeah. 3 has a lot, and I actually, in some ways, prefer the structure of that game's build potential, but also, in my opinion, it works a lot like the job system from Bravely Default. Oh shit, you're not familiar. Okay, this is because I get Bravely Default and Octopath Traveler mixed up in my head all the time, even though they're not similar games. But it's basically anyone can pick any class and swap freely, which is fun. But
chaos.
I don't love it as much as a character having a unique mechanical identity.
Yeah.
I much
slightly more structure.
Which Xenoblade 2 has in spades.
Yeah.
So there. We're not done with Ray of Punishment though. I'll recap it all once we're done here. Actually, I'll recap it all now because I need to. Guiding Bolt can be cast from the Photon Greatsword as a bonus action. If you land a crit, Guiding Bolt can be upcast by 1 level. This effect stacks until you cast Guiding Bolt to a maximum of the level of your highest spell slot. This effect resets when you do cast Guiding Bolt. Once the Photon Greatsword is used to cast Guiding Bolt, it cannot do so again until the next dawn or until you land another crit.
I like this. This is so momentum based, and
yes,
it's incredibly fun.
Yes.
That's so good.
I fear I cooked.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. This you could put this in my hands and say there's a Tarrasque coming, and I'd go, okay.
Yeah. There's a big part of Mithra's gameplay that I wanted to emulate here. That being the arts recharge that you get from landing a crit. There is a highly popular and often preferred Mithra build in Xenoblade 2, known to some as the Beyblade, where you pop an art called Double Spinning Edge. You spin twice in a circle and it lands 2 hits. And if they both crit, when your arts recharge ability is able to refill your arts gauge by 50% or more, you are immediately able to pop Double Spinning Edge again. And there's a good chance that they both crit.
Well, yeah, especially if you rack up that the glint ability to 70% crit chance.
Exactly.
That's wild.
There, of course, that's as far as I chose to take that element of the build. Of course, I represented that a little bit differently. You do get the extra hits from landing a crit, but you also get the extra charge for Ray of Punishment, which actually, now that I think about it, is perfectly in line with how the game works. So never mind.
I was going to say, I feel like you nailed it.
Yeah, you do, in fact, gain special charge when you land arts, and you are popping arts as you land crits. So yeah, you're building up to Ray of Punishment pretty quick in game and in this item.
Hell yeah.
The thing that I decided not to include was the arts or the crit heal part of that build.
Oh God.
just you heal kind of a lot of HP when you land a crit, and I'm not going to go that far, but if you find some synergy in game that does that for you, then by all means.
Be our guest. Yeah. Amazing.
I'm sure this synergizes incredibly with a lot of other things.
Well, I mean, it's a momentum based weapon.
Yeah.
It synergizes with any class or build that gives you more attacks or can increase your critical band in general.
Mm-hmm.
One of those being a new class that was introduced on D&D Beyond not too long ago, called the Monster Hunter class.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you, I'm gonna come back with a broken ass fucking build for that. Because I talked to Bailey about it when it first came out. We were hanging out. Actually, almost everyone was over, and we were all hanging out. And I got a little social batteried out, so I pulled up D&D Beyond, as one does, and I started flipping through this new content I just got. And I actually had to like pull Bailey aside because I was like freaking the fuck out. I was like, Bailey, please tell me if there is anything that I'm missing here that would not allow me to do what I just did. And she looked through the character that I had created and she went, no, that works. And we both went,
oh, I love those moments.
oh no.
Uh-oh.
That class, at its highest level with a couple very minor synergies can crit, I believe, on a 16 through 20.
Jesus, man.
Yeah. And
That's a lot of numbers.
And with a specific subclass, it gets its own version of sneak attack.
Go on.
Which is counted as attack weapon damage. So when you crit on a 16 through 20, you're doubling that shit.
Jeez.
So there is the potential to, with every hit, if you roll 16 through 20, I believe it's 16, it might have been 17, 16 or 17 through 20, weapons damage plus, I think it was 8 or 10 D6. And then you double that shit.
Okay.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you keep this far away from that. That's nasty, dude.
That would be horrifying. But oh my god, it'd be so much fun. But anyway, come back to Monster Hunter later.
Let's move on to your bit of homebrew.
Yes, which ironically has also to do with monsters. In the form of pocket monsters. In the form of, we're back to Pokemon, baby!
We're making Pokemon subclasses again.
You can't stop me. You never could.
Oh. This time, it's, how far do I want to go with this? This is the favorite of every goth NB in existence.
Absolutely.
It's Mimikyu.
It's Mimikyu. When Sam and I talked about first podcast episode back, first in the new spot, what are we going to talk about? What are we going to do? Immediately, the first thing we said to each other was, well, Pokemon. And like an item. Like, obviously, we're going to do like the OG, our favorite thing to do when we first started the podcast and we're still looking for content, was just make our own.
Yeah, let's just make some comfort homebrew.
Yeah.
That's the way we put it.
Comfort homebrew. Exactly. I was flipping through Pokemon.
Speaking of comfort, Mimikyu.
The unnerving, lonely Pokemon. I was flipping through Pokemon going, what the hell do I build next? I mean, we've hit a lot of Pokemon. We've done legendaries in Deoxys and Darkrai. We've done starters.
I don't know if we finished counting, but I think we've done over a dozen.
I think so. I feel like it.
Yeah.
There's a lot. We'll have to go back and look. Again, we'll compile a database with everything. But essentially, I sat there and kind of thought to myself, like, I want to find something cool, unique, a fan favorite, something that feels good and has enough unique abilities and or moves to make it iconic, really. So what better Pokemon than Mimikyu? It's got a lot going for it. It's got a lot going on. I originally looked at Mimikyu and thought, wizard. I don't know why. Popped in my head. I was like, I'm going to make this a wizard subclass. Sam and I talked about it, and we both kind of went, I don't know. Sam brought up the excellent idea. Let's go Warlock. So, I have for you today the Mimic Patron Warlock. Now, along with this subclass, there is a new pact. Obviously, Warlocks have Pact of the Chain, Pact of the Tome, Pact of the Blade available to them. This one is very heavily integrated. So it is a class ability that you get this pact. Because you have to. It's part of being Mimikyu. It is called the Pact of Disguise. And this is based on Mimikyu's disguise ability. It's so cute. Your form begins to change when you take this pact, the Pact of Disguise. You begin to appear less realistic as your true form shifts into a horrifying creature underneath the visage of someone you look up to or care about. Obviously, Mimikyu looks up to Pikachu. Everyone loves Pikachu. When you take this pact, you become the horrifying creature underneath the disguise. And your disguise takes on the appearance of someone that you think people love. Or someone that you love. It doesn't get better from here.
No.
Creatures who make insight checks against you and succeed by 5 or more than the DC become unnerved by your unnatural appearance that they notice for seemingly the first time. You then have disadvantage on checks to charm or befriend those creatures. You, however, have advantage on the first attack roll you make against those creatures within 1 minute of them noticing your appearance. You also have advantage on intimidation checks against those creatures. So very heavily themed around, they were your friends. Now they're freaked out. So it's going to be harder to convince them that everything's okay. But if you want to just kill them, you can do that. Or if you want to just scare the shit out of them.
Yeah.
That's fine. It's easier now, actually. While your disguise is active, you have a number of temporary hit points equal to twice your warlock level. When you lose temporary hit points that are provided by this feature, your disguise gets more and more damaged. When those temporary hit points are depleted, your disguise breaks completely. The creature who broke your disguise must make a wisdom saving throw or become frightened of you until the end of its next turn. When your disguise is broken, you may repair it by spending a short rest or 1 hour during a long rest to skillfully mend its visage. And this is just the pact, guys.
We're not even in the class yet, the subclass.
Nah. I am so obsessed with this. It's all very heavily based on how Mimikyu is used in competitive Pokemon. It has the disguise ability, which means that the first attack that it gets hit by deals no damage and instead breaks its disguise.
Well, I'll say we really spread the inspiration across sources.
Yes, we also pulled a lot from Pokedex entries and other media that Mimikyu has been in.
Yeah, we dipped into like the anime and Smash Brothers a little bit.
Yeah, which has been so much fucking fun. So much fun to research.
I mean, it's one of our favorite parts of fucking the very little bit of making these characters.
Oh, absolutely.
Is that, sometimes the immediate representation in their moveset or even the anime doesn't quite have enough to go off of for, the purposes of building a subclass. And so often, we find ourselves reaching into like the depths of source material to find entire mechanics to build into these characters, and I'm always very impressed with what we come away with. Yeah,
well, and it's also incredibly fun too because I almost always learn something new about the characters from these other source materials. It's so freaking nice. But anyway, When you take a pact as an Eldritch invocation, as a warlock, there are almost always follow-up invocations that are based on the one that you took. The pact that you took specifically. So, the level 5 pact invocation is called Doll Eyes. While you have temporary hit points from your disguise ability, you gain a +2 bonus to all charisma checks and saving throws. Additionally, you gain the ability to sacrifice a hit die as a bonus action, rolling it and adding that many temporary hit points to your disguise, as long as it is not completely broken. This cannot go above the maximum number of temporary hit points your disguise can have. So this one, heavily based on Baby Doll Eyes.
Yeah.
Very popular Mimikyu move. A very iconic Mimikyu move that lowers the attack of the opposing creature. Obviously, that's a little bit harder to put into D&D. Not impossible, but I didn't really want to tackle that one on an invocation for Warlock. Mm-hmm. I feel like if we're going to try and make Baby Doll Eyes as like an actual attack lowering thing, it would need to be like a spell or a higher level subclass ability.
Yeah.
So the interpretation here kind of being that you're just more charismatic and you have the ability to repair your charismatic shell. I think it fits pretty well. At level 9, you get the third and final pact-based invocation, simply called Play Rough. While disguised, you can attempt an attack while your foes are caught off guard. As an action, make an opposed deception or persuasion check against a target's insight if it is within 10 feet of you. If you succeed, you may make an attack roll with advantage to jump on the target and unleash an onslaught of attacks. If you hit, the target takes 8d4 magical bludgeoning damage. If you crit, that number increases to 10d4. Once you use this ability, any creature who witnessed the attack is immune to it for the next 24 hours. This one, Sam, you brought up the Smash Brothers appearance of Mimikyu. Mimikyu is obviously not a playable character in Smash Bros, but it is one of the Pokeball, like NPCs essentially, that you can get if you throw the Pokeball item out. And what it does is fucking grab someone and drag it underneath its cloth and beat the shit out of them. And we see that also, I didn't even think about this until later, in Mimikyu's Z move.
You're right about that.
Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't think about that at all.
I don't remember what it's called, but it just like fucking jumps on someone and pummels the shit out of them.
That's totally what it does. Yeah. Damn, I did not think about it. It gets like a unique Z move. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to find out what that was called. But anyway.
Okay, well then it makes even more sense because I was questioning this move's inclusion for this invocation when we were first talking about it. And I was thinking we might go back on it, but that the inclusion of it as a Z move makes it a little more ingrained.
It gives it a little bit more basis. Yeah.
I think it gives us some more credibility. You've made a slight change since last we were working on this. I like the increasing of the amount of dice used if you crit. Mm-hmm.
Which makes it insane.
Oh yeah.
But it's D4s, and the whole point of the play rough thing in Smash Bros and the Z move is the animation is like 100 tiny little attacks. Mm-hmm. So I thought it's fitting. It makes sense.
Yeah.
So with the Pact of Disguise out of the way, all of your cutesy little abilities and the cute fun, I'll slap you around a little bit. Let's get on to what's underneath. Mm-hmm. At level 3, for the Mimic Patron, the one thing I did not craft for this was the additional spell list.
Yeah.
I'll figure one out.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be honest with you, it's probably not going to be all that unique and insane compared to some of the other Warlock.
I think there are some things we can do. I mean, I pitched like Arms of Hadar.
Yeah, which would be a really, really good one for Mimikyu.
Yeah.
It is, however, also just a standard Warlock spell that they can take. So adding it to the spell list is a good idea and making it like a free one, essentially. But I don't think there are a ton of spells that we could add to the additional spell list that would be a huge diversion from what Warlocks might normally take anyway.
I think you're probably right about that. Yeah.
So I'm fine with not giving a super in-depth exploration to the additional spell list. Most of the meat and potatoes of this one comes from the class abilities anyway. So at level 3, you normally get the additional spell list. Don't have one right now.
We'll get it.
That's okay. Also at level 3, you gain proficiency with the deception and persuasion skills. If you are already proficient in one or both skills, you may instead choose to gain expertise in one of them. Also, you gain the Pact of Disguise Eldritch Invocation. This does not count against the number of invocations you have selected. You also learn the Shadow Claw cantrip. This does not count against the number of cantrips that you know. Shadow Claw cantrip. Bonus homebrew. It's a spell. This is a melee spell attack with a 5-foot range. It deals 1d6 necrotic damage, which scales like all the other cantrips do. I think it's 5th level, 7th, 11th, and no.
I don't think it's 5th and 7th. I think it might be 3rd and then 7th. No,
I think it's 5th and then 11th and then 17th. That's where I got the 7 from.
I feel like there's one more tier.
No, because it usually caps out at 4 total dice.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So I'm pretty sure it's 5, 11, and 17.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So at 17th level, this would be dealing 4d6 necrotic damage. The big bonus for this one is that Shadow Claw cantrip crits on a 19 through 20. Now, for those of you who have played Pokemon and know anything about the move Shadow Claw, it's almost a direct port. Shadow Claw doesn't deal crazy amount of damage. However, it's a pretty consistent damaging move, but it has an increased critical range. So I thought, how cool would it be to have a spell that does that? Also, it's one of Mimikyu's moves, and it's a good Mimikyu move. So there we go. At level 6, we pulled from the Pokemon Violet Dex entry. In that Mimikyu never forgets an attacker, and it shows no forgiveness for those who reveal its true form underneath the cloth. As a result, at level 6, you have a number of sworn enemies equal to your proficiency bonus. When a creature breaks your disguise, you may choose to remember their face and hold a grudge. You gain a +2 bonus to checks made to track down your sworn enemies, as well as attack rolls against them. This was, I think, the most fun one.
Oh, yeah.
Because we sat on Discord the other night talking about this and just kind of going through ideas. And I remember when you spotted this in the doc, because you just started cackling. I was like, sworn enemies? Yeah, sworn enemies.
Yeah. I mean, it's like it's like the opposite of a hunter's mark.
Yeah.
Like it's so ingenious just how well this works with the lore of Mimikyu. You know, like this is what I was talking about with making a whole mechanic out of the Pokedex entries. Like this does not appear.
It's not in the games at all.
In the mechanics of the Pokemon. But like it fits unbelievably well with the way that you've written the disguise.
Yeah. And honestly, it's a cool enough mechanic in and of itself, taking it out of the Mimic Patron Warlock. This is something that I could see, honestly, potentially even making a class around.
Oh, man.
I think that would be super fun. Obviously, that's a big undertaking for another time.
Yeah.
But I love it so much. It's one of those ideas that you have that like you have it and you write it down and you're like, I think maybe that's a good one. And then you sit and look at it and you're like, yeah, no, that's the best idea I've had like all month. Like, damn, okay. I don't know how I got that. So sworn enemies, bonuses to track them and hit them. Super fun, super cool.
Plus
don't
2
break,
bonus.
Don't break the disguise.
Yeah, that's
We'll hit you.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Mimikyu will find you.
Mimikyu will find you. At level 10, this ability is based off of another move that Mimikyu gets, and I will reveal that after I tell you the ability. When a creature within 30 feet of you targets you with an attack roll or a spell attack roll. Yeah, that's how I wrote that. With an attack roll or spell, you may teleport to an unoccupied space within 5 feet of them immediately after the attack and make one. Wow, I'm so sorry. I worded this sentence very poorly. This was late at night.
I don't think you did.
It's just very wordy and my brain didn't comprehend it there. When a creature within 30 feet of you targets you with an attack roll or spell, you may teleport to an unoccupied space within 5 feet of them immediately after the attack and make one attack with your Shadow Claw cantrip. There we go. I got the right inflection that time. When this ability is triggered by a sworn enemy, you have advantage on the attack. You may use this ability a number of times equal to your charisma modifier. You regain all expended uses after a long rest. This is based off of the move Shadow Sneak, which is a very fun, very good move in Pokemon. I love it so much. It's a ghost type move that has priority. The animation is that your Pokemon dives into the ground, becomes a shadow, and slithers across the ground and comes up right in front of the other Pokemon and hits him in the face. So you teleport when you're targeted by an attack. After the attack hits or misses, you teleport to the other creature and smack him. But if it's a sworn enemy, you smack them better, and you got a chance to crit.
It's the thing we were talking about before. How having advantage with a heightened crit chance is a little insane.
Yeah,
inappropriate here.
Oh, absolutely, very much so. And that's why the Shadow Claw cantrip didn't have higher damage dice than D6s. Yeah. I originally wrote it down as D8s, and we kind of looked at each other and went, We gotta tone something down here.
It's a good cantrip.
It's good. I love it. Final ability for the Mimic Patron Warlock at level 14. There's another dex entry. I don't remember which one it was. It essentially said, a wandering trainer accidentally spotted the true form of Mimikyu underneath its disguise. This trainer went home and died painfully that night.
Oh my god, you made a table.
I made a table. We're gonna die painfully, y'all. You ready for this? When one of your sworn enemies hits you with an attack, you may use your reaction to force them to make a charisma saving throw. If they fail, roll a d8, afflicting them with a random curse according to the roll of the d8. Once you use this ability, you may not use it again until you complete a short or long rest. Grudge curses. There are 8 of them. I don't know how balanced any of these are. I just thought of some really funny curses.
Okay.
If you roll a 1 on the d8, the effect is, when the target takes its next short or long rest, it does not regain any hit dice or reduce any levels of exhaustion. So it's just 2 shooketh.
Mm-hmm.
On a 2, at the next dusk, the target takes 3d6 psychic damage. Went home and died, but not as powerful. On a 3 on the dice roll, the next time the target makes an attack roll, it takes 3d8 psychic damage. On a 4, the target's speed is reduced by half for the next 1d4 minutes. On a 5, the next time the target casts a spell or makes an attack roll, it misses or fails, and the target takes 2d4 psychic damage. That one is probably only balanced in the fact that it only happens once. But it is kind of crazy. On a 6, at the next dusk, the target must succeed on a DC 16 wisdom saving throw or take 8d6 psychic damage, or half as much on a successful save. If you roll a 7, the target's wisdom and charisma scores are both reduced by 2 until the next dawn. And then on an 8, the next time the target finishes a long rest, it must make a Constitution saving throw with a DC of 13 or be reduced to 0 hit points and begin making death saves. They went home and died.
Mm-hmm.
But the full edition.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make this one kind of goofy and fun and random.
Yeah.
Because Mimikyu does not do this to people. This is not a thing that Mimikyu inflicts on people. Mm-hmm. This is a thing that happens to trainers who see its horrifying, terrifying, cursed, true appearance. So, horrifying, terrifying curses that are randomly applied based on if you fail a saving throw.
I was thinking that a few of these are kind of weak. The existence of the 8th one is fine. It balances out the rest.
Yeah, some of them are minor inconveniences. Some of them, you just take some damage, you go, ow. Some of them...
Girl... Whoa.
So that is the Mimic Patron Warlock. I had a lot of fun with this. It makes me very happy.
Yeah, this is really solid, man.
Yeah. I gotta say, I think I'm the most proud of the synergies between the abilities. Like, a lot of times when I make a subclass, it's cool. Each of the level abilities is fun and thematic and good, but they are fun and thematic and good in a standalone way. Mm-hmm. I think with this one, I really hit the nail on the head with synergizing with previous abilities.
Yeah,
the sworn enemies thing is just so good.
The sworn enemies and the disguise carry everything really nicely.
And I was able to actually do it in a way that it gives you out of combat bonuses as well, which is one of my goals every time I'm making a subclass for anything, because I think, unfortunately, we have a few too many very interesting subclasses that only affect combat.
I think you're right. Yeah. I think that's fair to say. It makes me wonder if we should go back and revisit some of our earlier stuff and see what we would change, because I think perhaps our philosophy has changed a little bit as we've
that could be really
gotten
fun.
Into the practice.
Have kind of a memory lane episode.
Yeah.
Go back through and
I think this is due.
Hit some on the head and see what shakes loose.
Yeah. Maybe we go pick a few that we're dissatisfied with and pick them apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know that I would change anything here, man.
Damn.
So I
was bad
thinking,
way. That's impressed.
Yeah. I was thinking, is there anything that we missed mechanically? And I think we've covered every part of this character in this subclass.
The only thing that we kind of decided we didn't need to put in there, There are some like competitive Mimikyu movesets where they use the move Swords Dance to increase Mimikyu's attack. It's a really interesting technique and strategy. Because Mimikyu has the disguise ability, you essentially get one free turn. So using that free turn, you would use Swords Dance to double your attack.
Yeah.
And then you have Shadow Sneak with priority and your other moves that you can use.
Yeah.
We kind of like mentioned it and then didn't ever really say, yeah, we should add that. And I don't think there's a problem with that.
I think if anything, we could throw a Q reference to it in the extended spell list.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's probably.
I'm sure there's a spell that would make it do something
Yeah.
similar to Swords Dance.
Cause like what are competitive Mimikyus carrying? Like,
honestly, I think competitive Mimikyus are carrying life orbs.
that's funny.
Because for my competitive Pokemon fans out there, life orb damage does not break your disguise because it's self-inflicted.
Yep. Oh, that's so funny. There's not an analog I can think of for that.
Life orb?
Yeah. I'm sure there is, but
We could make something like that, but it's not like
it's
it's not a native part of D&D.
Off taught me Ed. Yeah, we've got the Shadow Claw, Play Rough, and Shadow Sneak. Like that really.
Those are three extremely core moves.
That is
to
what
Mimikyu.
this character is doing.
Yeah. Ghost coverage, fairy coverage. It's a very, very fun Pokemon.
Yeah.
It makes me actually want to build a VGC team, or at least something akin to a VGC team around a Mimikyu now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know more current metas at all.
Oh, no. I guarantee you it's not competitive that much anymore because power creep. But when it was in regulation, it must have been so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah, surely. It's still running the same stuff. Red
Really?
cards sometimes.
What?
Red cards sometimes. Yeah.
That's actually incredibly funny.
That is interesting.
You broke my disguise. Get out.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. That's so funny. Be gone.
Red card is an item that when the Pokemon holding it takes damage, it force switches the opponent's Pokemon. So interesting. Oh man, I wish there was a good way to implement some of the Pokemon items into D&D, but because of the inherent differences in how combat works in Pokemon and D&D, it just doesn't.
Yeah. I know we've talked about this before. I mean, we were either thinking about implementing these into D&D somehow, or we did do so in an episode. I really can't remember which.
I think we brainstormed some in an episode.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever actually like fully put things down.
Yeah.
I think we had a very similar conversation.
A good deal of these are just so Pokemon specific, and we really hit a wall with that.
Yeah. But that's why I love what we're doing with the subclasses and everything. Also, what we're missing from being able to port over Pokemon items, we regain tenfold in being able to create spells out of Pokemon moves.
Yes. No, that's true. There's a huge amount of potential there. Here's something I've always struggled with, though, is like physical moves. I love the idea of very specific physical techniques in a role-playing game. I love, Flare Blitz, for example.
Yeah.
A very uniquely defined Pokemon move where you turn into a fucking rocket and explode on impact.
Yeah.
Right. I love close combat, in which you rush forward, hit your opponent a bunch of times,
get in close, do combat,
and lower your defense stats. That is a very unique characterization of a physical technique. These things are difficult to translate into D&D because you have to make them a little vague.
Yes. Especially because a lot of the whole stat system of Pokemon anchors itself around the concept of switching a Pokemon out of combat and then back in.
Yeah, and I mean, there are plenty of ways around that. But like, when you want to, you can't characterize a specific attack in quite the same way. It needs to be often something that you can do in a variety of ways with a variety of weapons.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Or not, dictate your movement.
Yeah. There's not one avenue to get to an outcome in D&D in the same way that there is in Pokemon.
Yeah. And that is, I would argue, a great advantage that games like D&D and more, I'll say role-playing games with more freedom of expression have over Pokemon. Pokemon is very modular and very simplified.
It's a little mathematical in how it's played. Like, you have to know how this specific interaction works. You have to know like the numbers of what it's going to do to this other thing, and then math out, how do I make this better for me and worse for the opponent?
It's more of a game of chance than of
strategy. You
are playing the odds in a much different way.
Oh yeah. It's a lot more direct. That's the thing. In Pokemon, you either succeed or fail.
Yeah.
There's not really that narrative, well, you didn't accomplish what you wanted to, but you did accomplish this, or now you have a different approach you can take.
There's not an environment you have to account for. I'm not talking about weather. It's just like one condition. Let's be real.
Yeah. Environment in the terms of like, where are you fighting in a 12 by 12 room? Are you fighting in an open field? Like, can you get on something that flies? Can you, like, there's so much more positioning.
D&D gives you the ability to be truly resourceful.
Yes.
In how you play the game. Pokemon does not do that.
No. Pokemon does that much more in the anime. They show us that in the animes.
Yeah.
Of like doing fun shenanigans with Pokemon based on their environment, which...
This is why I am greatly looking forward to ZA.
Oh, tell me about it.
What a breath of fresh air it's going to be to get to be significantly more expressive with these elements that we've known in a much different context for so long.
Mm-hmm.
I am really excited to get into the strategy of using the weaker moves alongside the stronger ones.
Yes. Also, 4-player battles.
Yeah, that's going to be really interesting.
Also, Mega Greninja.
Mega Greninja.
Eat shit, everyone. That's my guy.
That's the guy. It's the guy that we've talked about and made a subclass for.
I love that guy. I have a shiny Greninja in my Pokemon Violet game right now, and he's waiting. He's waiting.
That's gonna have to be a subclass, the Greninja subclass we made that we revisit.
Oh shit! Yeah,
because
we'll have to wait until ZA drops so we can look at Mega.
Yeah. Because often when we've made these, not often, but in the past when we've made these and the Pokemon has a Mega, that plays a huge role, especially with like Swampert.
Yeah, and the Blaziken one that I did.
Yeah.
The Blazing Phoenix Fighter.
Uh-huh.
Because that was like the final subclass ability was the Mega Blaziken, essentially.
Mm-hmm. I don't think we even incorporated Ash Greninja actually into the Greninja subclass.
No, for one, we didn't need to.
I don't think
For
so.
two, I am of the mindset that Ash Greninja does not and should not exist.
No. No.
Mega Greninja
It's weird.
is what it was always supposed to be.
I'll say I do like the design.
Design was great.
Yeah.
Design was great. The concept of it, the fact that it was an entirely unique mechanic to exactly one Pokemon, stupid. Dumb, even. And then kind of fun how it would transform mid-battle and you'd become Ash Greninja after getting a kill with it. But then you neutered him.
Oh my god.
And in the new games, they were like, yeah, you can still have Battle Bond. It's really fun. But instead of transforming, you get like 2 stat boosts.
No, I will not.
Useless ass ability.
I don't know why they did that.
Because Ash Greninja stats were too good. It was essentially a
Then
mega.
nerf those.
Right? Or just take off Battle Bond. Give it a different ability.
I don't think they could go that far.
I think they should have.
I think they effectively did. That's not Battle Bond.
Right? No. God, no.
That's not in this Christian household.
Not on my Minecraft server.
No.
No, they fucked it up. But Mega Greninja is making a return.
Speaking of return. What if they put both forms in the same game?
I would kill them.
It's a really serious look.
Sam, how could you say that to me?
I didn't mean it.
This guy. No, I don't think it's possible for them to do that.
You looked at me with the eyes of a man who could commit arson.
I have strong thoughts on how bad Battle Bond is. Yeah, I loved the Ash Greninja form. It's really cool. But we have Mega Greninja now, and that's all we never need to think about ever again.
It's Battle Bond is just a weird moxie.
Yeah, that's what they relegated it to in Gen 9. But it only happens once is the thing. So it's not even Moxie. It's like a delayed gratification.
It outclasses Moxie
Zacian
almost no matter
ability.
what.
Doesn't it only trigger once?
It only triggers once, but it's raising 2 stats by 2 stages.
Oh,
In its most current form.
okay. I thought it was only going up by 1 stage in speed and attack.
Even in its original form, isn't it 2 stats by 2 stages? Am I wrong on that?
I thought it was 1 stage.
If it's 1 stage, that sucks.
That's what I've been operating off of.
I might have a mistaken understanding of this. In Generation 9, no longer transforms into Ash Greninja. Attack, special attack, speed increased by 1 stage.
Attack, special attack, and speed. 1 stage. So it's like a delayed gratification, slightly more versatile version of like Zacian or Zamazenta's, like Intrepid Sword.
That's so lazy.
Yeah, it is. That's why I said they neutered it.
Oh my god. That's so... I don't like that, man.
No.
I mean, fuck's sake. Ash Greninja is a stupid origin of the concept, I would argue. Being Ash, but like it's a cool new form, and it's fine. It's fine for a Pokemon in a starter trio to have something unique from the other two. And I think that's why they did that.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I think it's because it was too unique. And it had way too much going for it in compared to the other two starters.
Yeah, it was getting to the point where no one wanted Delphox or Chestnut because Ash Greninja existed.
Yeah.
Which, like, fucking whatever.
I am glad that they're getting megas. I don't like the Delphox mega. Can I say that?
You can say that. I don't like the Delphox mega either. It looks like shiny Delphox with 2 more sticks.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't feel like it's an interesting enough change from.
It doesn't give it any more flavor or any more
It's you write it now? Who could have seen that coming?
Yeah, right. Okay, I don't want to say the word attractiveness
your Pokemon breaks
God, I'm not a fucking furry, but it doesn't give it any more.
You don't want to say it, but for some reason you came up with that.
No, because the word, the concept I'm trying to portray is that I am no more drawn to use a Delphox on my team.
What about a Breakstone?
Delphox? Fuck no. Put some goddamn pants on.
It's emulating a skirt, kind of.
Above its ass.
It's got short sleeves.
No, that is someone's niece that they had to tell to go upstairs and change before they go to the fucking Halloween party.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh god.
I think they cooked with the Chestnut mega.
Oh my god. I'm obsessed. Y'all just heard me freak out about Greninja. I like the Chestnut mega more. He's King Chestnut.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Maybe when this comes out, just maybe, I don't know if I can go that far. Depending on what the abilities are, there could be enough for us to do like a starter trio, a 6th gen starter trio episode.
I love that, man. I don't care how dumb the Mega Delphox looks. I'm gonna find some cool shit to do with it in D&D.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's too fire based, but like,
well, it's fire and psychic.
The psychic gives us a lot to work with.
Yeah,
potentially.
I already have ideas. I'm not gonna say anything because obviously that's gonna. You get to find out later.
What class?
I think Delphox would be my first foray into a wizard Pokemon.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's either wizard or sorcerer, but I haven't done wizard before, so I think that's probably what I'm going to try to fit into.
Yeah. What about Chestnut? It's giving barbarian for me.
Paladin.
Oh, fuck.
I don't think...
See, I was thinking barbarian just because it's a physical attacker, but that is...
I don't think that creature has enough rage in its body.
Oh, you're so right.
He's so noble. Chill fucking dude.
It's so noble. It's so regal. Mm-hmm. It's a paladin, for sure.
He cape, he pauldron.
He protects.
He protects.
He's quite known for that, as a matter of fact.
Beefy man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be fun. How far away are we from that?
Release date?
Yeah.
October 16th, baby.
Thank God.
Guess who pre-ordered it? Give it about a month and a half, I think. Because here's the downside. At release, we will be able to get Mega Greninja.
Yeah.
We will not be able to get Mega Chestnut or Mega Delphox until the next 2 seasons of ranked play.
What? 2?
Oh, yeah. Because the Greninjite is a reward for season 1. I believe Chestnut is a reward for season 2, and Delphox is a reward for season 3. It's stupid.
Can you then not ever get those again?
Correct. Here's the thing. We are diverging onto a Pokemon theme of this portion of the episode here, folks. people are theorizing.
Everyone who was done with the D&D stuff has left.
I know they're gone already. Hi, Pokemon people. Everyone who is looking at Pokemon Legends ZA is theorizing that Megastones are not going to be battle items anymore. They are going to be key items. Because every time they're mentioned, as far as like acquiring one as a reward, it is said essentially that you will not be able to get more than one.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't think it's a problem. It's just interesting.
And you know what? It makes sense that held items won't be a thing anyway.
Right.
Okay. That's fine. I don't care.
Yeah. But obviously, then there's the downside that you do not earn the Greninja, Chestnut, or Delphox Megastone from standard gameplay. You have to play online in ranked. Granted, I watched an Austin John Plays video about it, and he said that he would be essentially shocked if they make it a high level reward, because rather than having Pokeball, Great Ball, Ultra Ball, Master Ball tiers, we now have 26 tiers in online play.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're ranking from Z to
A.
So he said, I think it's going to change to where for the first, like at least the first half of the alphabet, all you have to do is participate in battles to earn some points to rank up to the next one. If you win, you'll probably earn more points. But essentially, TLDR, as long as you have the ability to play ranked and you do so long enough to get about like a third or halfway through the ranking system, which will probably not be hard, you should get the Megastone.
Right. I've decided this is fine. I don't like locking it to online play, a paid feature. I think that is the part I have the most issue with.
Yes, I agree.
However, I have it. Most people who have a Switch have it. It's not good, but we'll get there.
It doesn't directly affect me. However,
I hope that there will be more chances in the future, and that is not a time locked thing.
Yeah, I would be shocked if they don't bring it back in some kind of like event.
I think it needs to be seasonal.
Oh yeah, like put it on a rotation or something,
or put them in the game. Damn it. This is not as much of a problem.
You know what they'll probably do? They'll probably make another.
Would be a couple generations ago.
Yes.
Or if we weren't specifically going into this next phase of Pokemon, because Champions is going to be a thing. And we know that these games are going to be the somewhat unofficial start of Generation 10.
Yeah.
We know also that Champions is going to have Megas, among other gimmick mechanics. I do not think that we will see eventually these three Megas locked in a similar manner from use in games like Champions.
Oh no, I don't think so either. You know what they'll probably do? They'll probably introduce a way to acquire those three items in natural gameplay in a later DLC.
Yeah. I would reckon maybe.
You know what? One theory that gets absolutely fucking squashed though with the revelation that Legend ZA is the first Gen 10 game.
Set.
The thought that there would be a some form of a linked DLC for Scarlet and Violet.
What do you mean linked?
On the map for Scarlet and Violet, there is still a portion like up in one of the corners that is like grayed out.
Yeah, that's frustrating, isn't it? The Andorra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people had theories when ZA was announced and it was discovered that it was going to be the Kalos region, that since Paldea is essentially Spain and Kalos is essentially France, and they are countries that are right next to each other, there were theories that a final DLC for Scarlet and Violet was going to come out kind of alongside Legends ZA that would be like a foray into Kalos.
I was really hopeful for that.
Yeah.
I think it would have been a really appropriate thing to do.
I think technically they still could do it, but it wouldn't be able to have any form of connection to
Not with
Legends
Scarlet
ZA.
and Violet, they won't. It's much too late. But I don't know. There have been various allusions to the idea that those regions are, connected in like a lore sort of way.
Yeah.
Roaring Moon comes to mind immediately. I mean that it is shockingly intentional. Even in like the Pokedex description, how closely they've tied that Pokemon to a Mega, which is the most we've heard them talk about a Mega pre ZA.
Yeah.
Since 7th generation.
Yeah.
So it is a little baffling to me that they didn't explore that concept more, because it seems like they were really hinting that there was a link between terrestrialization and the Megastones.
Yeah, which I think you could very easily make that little hop between the two mechanics there. There's so much connection between the two already. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Put me in charge, Game Freak. I'll fix it all.
hire a lore master the way Sonic Team did.
Yeah.
In fact, I think that's exactly what needs to happen, because you had something kind of interesting, not crazy deep, but pretty interesting going into the 4th and then especially 5th generation. And then it sort of nosedived. Still a lot going on.
If I can be so bold, I think that the largest nosedive that we took in Pokemon was the evil teams.
Huh. That
they have become so fucking meaningless to me.
Yeah. Okay. The reason I have a tough time getting fully on board is because I thought, their names escape me. I thought the two only characters that mattered from Team Skull were not Team Skull.
The one in
the band.
Yeah.
Who's in the band?
Marnie and Pierce.
Yeah, I thought they were neat.
Yeah, they're great. Here's the thing, though. Marnie and Pierce can exist without Team Yell.
Yeah. No, that is a problem, actually.
There's no reason for Team Yell
They
to
don't
exist.
need that shit at all.
And the funniest part, Team Yell came into being without Marnie or Pierce's approval.
Yeah.
Like they didn't start that shit.
Yeah.
It's just angry fans.
Mm-hmm.
Which, granted, the most British thing they could have put in a UK Pokemon game.
That's pretty inspired.
So props to them. That's fucking hilarious. However, ever since like Gen 4 or 5, maybe Gen 6, I didn't play 5 and 6 all that much. The evil teams are like fucking schoolyard bullies, and you're still taming deities.
Yeah.
I don't understand how they thought this could possibly scale well.
6 was the servants of an evil genius. And it didn't get much deeper than that.
What team was that?
Flare.
Oh yeah,
Lysander.
yeah.
Great character design, by the way.
Oh my god, love Lysander.
I liked him, but only for his design.
Yeah, I mean, he was like essentially the inspiration for Incineroar.
That's a stretch.
Obviously, that's not true, but he looks a lot like his Lysander's silhouette is what I imagine Incineroar's silhouette.
He looks like
to be
male
if he was-
Pyroar.
but he doesn't.
The hair.
He kind of does, but he's got more angle to him.
He got the mane.
It goes more out than like big uppities, like male Pyroar. Male Pyroar looks like a fucking shield.
Yeah.
Lysander's like he's got points.
No, you're right.
To me, it looks like the Incineroar whiskers.
Interesting. I could see that.
Yeah. Obviously, that's not the thing. That's just my little headcanon. But anyway, Team Plasma, nuts. I'm thinking of the right ones, right?
5, yeah.
Plasma, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They were the ones that wanted
They
to
were the
free
best
all
one.
Pokemon, but they had such weird fucking ways of going about it. Fascinating team.
Yeah.
Prior to that,
I mean, like genuine moral intrigue in my Pokemon game.
yes, exactly. Yes.
It was cool.
Because you had it even split into halvesies with like some of Team Plasma had genuine good intentions and some did not.
Yeah.
And then you go back to Team Galactic, who were fucking weirdos, and you laughed at them until you realize they're trying to end the entire world.
Yeah.
And they almost did.
I don't know if I love Galactic in retrospect. I think without the I don't know if this is a good point to make, actually. I don't know. I think they're a little sauceless without the legendaries.
Well, but that's the thing, though. Their story wasn't that they were trying to take over a region. They weren't trying to mildly inconvenience some people. They weren't trying to affect like a nation or how things were being governed. They literally looked around and went, we hate all of this. Let's go for the source.
Mm-hmm.
And so they captured the Lake Trio, manipulated the fuck out of them, used their power to create a binding item to summon and attempt to bind the power of the legendary deity of time, space, and the void.
No, that kind of is the whole thing, isn't it? Yeah, that's why I wasn't sure if that was a good point to make.
Yeah. I mean, I get it though, because like you're right, they don't really give a fuck about anything else that's happening in the region. So there are some weird points where you're like, what is Team Galactic doing? And then you're like, oh God, what is Team Galactic doing?
I like the approach that Ruby and Sapphire took.
Yeah.
2 of them fighting each other. Brilliant.
It's a classic evil team scenario.
It is perhaps like, I mean, their goals weren't that interesting.
No.
But
arguably Team Aqua's goal
it was one of
much
the
more
most
devastating.
interesting approaches taken to the concept of having an evil team in Pokemon that they have done ever.
Yeah. On my hot take, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald are the absolute most Pokemon games of Pokemon games.
I think a lot of people would agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they captured the heart and soul pretty quick there.
Yeah. The one thing that disappoints me the most is the fact that we only got Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby, and we did not get an Emerald remake.
What the fuck? Delta episode's not an excuse. I don't care about that shit.
No. Delta episode is cool, but it's not Emerald.
I thought Space Fight was interesting.
Noodle Rocket.
Noodle Rocket. Oh man, we watched that cutscene back recently where you fly off on the triangular noodle rocket, and man,
he looks stupid.
It was in the context of me vouching for Mega Rayquaza's design. I was like, no, you don't understand. he becomes so cool when he turns into a rocket. And we watched it, and I realized, like, man, that looks fucking stupid. I mean, just fully
He's so
ridiculous.
straight and rigid.
It is weird. They really wanted to turn that fucker into a triangle.
They were like,
It's the Delta episode. Delta's a triangle. Have you ever seen a triangle before?
Oh man, I mean, he looks so stupid when you straighten him out, but then he's also got those, long whisker tassels, and
What
they
have they done
straightened
to my-
those out too.
They
And then made
ironed
a crossbar.
Rayquaza.
They made a crossbar just for the rocket cutscene that doesn't exist otherwise.
Yeah, they did.
That it's weird, man. What a strange choice. We've seen Rayquaza fly. Just make him do that. Make him the air snake.
Make
but in
a
space,
snake.
it's fine.
yeah. Could have been cool.
Oh man, baffling decision making.
The idle animation in battle for Mega Rayquaza is cooler than his appearance in Delta episode where you fly into fucking space on his back.
You're right. Oh man,
This has been great.
this has been a good episode, man. This is exactly what we asked for.
I know. Comfort homebrew and just vibes.
Yeah,
I'm so happy.
yeah.
And
More
I'm
of this
happy to
come.
be back, guys. It's been too long.
Mhm. Can't wait to throw a homie on this couch
Oh, I know, right?
and just harass them.
Oh, absolutely. As we've done with all of the other people that have come on the podcast. I think the only exception to that was the one where Tyler came on and was like genuinely sentimental about how D&D has changed his life. And we were
Yeah.
both just like, yeah, man.
Which I regret. We really should have stuck it to him more.
Yeah, we should have beat the shit out of that guy. Hey, we got him back though.
Yeah,
We got him back with the the Rock YouTube poop.
Oh my god, that was funny. Jeez. Oh man. Hey, thank you for watching. If you have suggestions of homebrew for us to cover, yours or someone else's, don't care. Send it to us at summongreaterpod@gmail.com or summongreaterpod. What is it? At summongreaterpod.bsky.social.
I think that's right. I'm not on Bluesky yet, so it's my fault.
One of those
Anywho,
platforms. Send us your homebrew. Send us your suggestions for Summon Greater soundtrack. Remember, it is a song that you could see a specific scenario occurring to. I want to know what that is.
oh yeah.
Send it to us quick. Better do it quick. Because this episode's going to self-destruct.
In 5, 4,
51 seconds.
3,
That's the number episode this
2, 51 seconds. That's such a long countdown. Giving everybody time to escape.
I'm not going to do that. Thank you for watching. And goodbye.
See you in the next one. Bye.